Alright, greetings, gamers of YouTube. Blue Pharaoh here with another thoughts video. I can't believe I recorded a whole video and my mic was off. So, take two. Uh, so Smite is getting the Ninja Turtles put in the game, and I think that's pretty cool. Big Ninja Turtles fan since my youth. I really liked the Ninja Turtles. Leonardo was always my favorite. I don't know if it's just going to be different skins or if every turtle is going to get like their own different moves or whatever. I'm actually terrible at Smite, but I do play it every now and then. This summer, I played it a little bit, and if you're not familiar with Smite, it's basically they have a whole bunch of different gods and deities across all different cultures. So lots of Greek gods, lots of Roman gods, Indian gods, uh, and there was a Nigerian water goddess. And me being Nigerian, I decided to choose that character because you know you often hear about mythological uh, characters, and they're Greek, Roman, Indian, you know, but I had never heard of any like African mythological characters. So this piqued my curiosity, and actually did some homework behind that. So don't let anybody tell you can't learn anything from video games. Every now and then, something will pique your interest, and you just naturally do the research behind it, especially this day and age. Next up is my thoughts on the Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity demo, which is currently in the Switch eShop. What can I say? I enjoyed it thoroughly. It felt good. A lot of people are talking about the frame rate. Uh, you know, I just play games. If it feels good, if I like the gameplay loop, then it's a go for me. So I like how they incorporated so many things from Breath of the Wild in the Hyrule Warriors template, if you will. Because I have Hyrule Warriors, the original one, on Switch, and I have played it quite a bit, but I don't know. I felt like this one is going to be a little bit more engaging. Excuse me. I don't know if it's because of the story. I'm not really sure, but I think I think the demo is going to turn a lot of people towards the game, which is its intention. So there's that. Next up, cloud gaming on the Switch. So there was a Nintendo partner showcase, and they put Control on the Nintendo Switch, and I want to say Hitman, the new Hitman game is coming out. My thoughts on that are the following. I know gaming allows for more graphically intensive games to be put on the Switch, but there's a trade-off. So the way cloud gaming works, I believe, you send your inputs to a server, and then the server sends back, whatever it needs to send back to you. So it's not instantaneous. Also, more importantly, I saw that they said if they were going to pull the game from the servers, they would give you a 6-month notice. So something that I've bought and paid for. You're just going to yank off the service with a 6-month notice. I don't know. I don't know. But I think, I mean, it's a good thing. It's a bad thing. Control and Hitman are single player games, and so 6-month window might be good. You could probably play these games within a couple weeks and beat them, complete them, and be done. But I don't know. I guess I'm just old school. I like the idea of paying my money and getting something physical in return, especially when it comes to video games. I will always prefer physical over digital, but the landscape is changing big time. But that's that. So next, I want to talk about the bashing that I see going on online towards plastic boxes. Every time one of these companies drops some kind of news, the haters just come out. Oh, such and such is better because they're doing it this way. When the Xbox first came out in 2001, it was different from the other consoles that were out, but today, like, you can really see the difference between the big three companies, and it's almost like three legs on the stool. They're very different in their approach to things, the way they do things, and there's no wrong way to do it. Like, Nintendo as a company, speaking of Nintendo, the Switch has now officially outsold the NES. The NES was my first console back in the day, and so the Switch is doing well. But each company has their own way of doing things. But that is what makes things better for us as gamers. Sony probably would not have bolstered their online presence had it not been for Xbox. And Sony probably would not have bolstered their first party output if not for Nintendo. These companies, they say they're not in direct competition, but they're all competing for our time, and they're all competing for our dollar. So if something's not worth throwing money at, then we probably won't throw money at it. At least I won't. So, back to these Switch sales. So I think they said 68 million, and there's like 30 million copies of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe out there. This was a game that people, when it was announced, they were like, oh, why would they do that? That's not going to sell. 30 million sales later at a full $60. Like, Nintendo first party games rarely go on sale. Rarely. So it's crazy when you really think about it. So one out of every two Switch owners has a copy of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. In my house anyway. New Nintendo console. When's Mario Kart coming out? When's Smash coming out? Staples. Gotta have them. So in order for another company to say that they have that kind of attach rate, like there's 100 million PS4s out there. I don't know what the highest selling PS4 game is. I'm gonna look it up right after I record this, but I don't think it's anywhere close to 50 million. And then first party PS4 games and Xbox games, they go on sale like all the time. So like it's just a different. It's like Nintendo's playing a whole different ball game, and but that's just how they operate. That's how they operate. Um, and then speaking of Nintendo sales, they were talking about Pikmin 3 not doing well in the UK physical, but then Nintendo releases their financials. Games doing great in Japan. It's top 3 in the eShop. Top 3 games on Amazon. Because every time Nintendo brings over a Wii U game, it does better on the Switch. That's that Nintendo magic, that they just be sprinkling on there. um, yeah, so I think that's. Oh, one more thing. So Sony just announced today that they will not be having PS5s in store for people to buy day one. And then after that, Best Buy came out and said we're not going to have any consoles in store through the holiday season. So I don't know if you're just a geek off the street and you want to go buy a next generation console. Like I don't even know where you do that. Wal-Mart had the commercial buying the new console over the years, but then they too came out and said, "Oh, you can only get it online." I get it. We're in the middle of a pandemic, regardless of what people might have you believe. So they don't want anybody risking their health camping out outside of Best Buy to get their new PlayStation. But I don't know. I guess we'll see what happens. It's that kind of year. We just gonna see what happens. So anyway, this is Blue Pharaoh signing out. If you're still here, appreciate it. Comments, feedback are welcome. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. All right, peace.